Welcome to Review Every Ship by CitizenCon 2024. The point is to give an update on every ship since some haven't had a video made about them in years, and others, the information is simply too spread out to be helpful in making decisions. Remember, digital ships aren't imaginary, digital ships are imagine-necessary. A quick shout out to my Joni Ninja members, Radium TX, Paling Tan, and my new one, the Solid Exodus, and my Chunin Ninja members, Raygun 972, Wakan Yosai, Rage 1, Scorpio King 3, Soul Galaxia, and Meat Salad. And of course, all my other members who are all listed at the end of the video. Membership is never required, but always appreciated. You help make this YouTube dream even more possible, so thank you. Every month, we do a giveaway to give back to this wonderful community. This month's giveaway prize has yet to be determined, but it will be a ship I've never given away before that is related to Pirate Week. To enter the contest, make sure you're subscribed to Billionaire Ninjas, leave a comment on at least one video, and like or dislike a video. Winners have 2 weeks to claim their prize. Members collectively have a 25% chance of winning, just for being members. So if you're subscribed, consider hitting that join button, and if you're not subscribed, I appreciate you hitting that subscribe button. For the full giveaway details, make sure you visit our Billionaire Ninjas Discord or our social media at Ninjas Leap. Today we continue our trip with the MISC manufacturer, and we have a mea culpa because I was supposed to do the MISC Expanse before I did the freelancers, but we are here anyway. We have reached the MISC Expanse and it has 0 variants. For the price, the Expanse as of 3.24 is 150 standalone, warbond, and concept. In-game cost is unknown, and the in-game 3-day rental price is unknown. The ship is currently only available during the annual IAE ship sale. This ship cannot be rented in-game as of 3.24. Introducing the MISC Expanse, the single crew vessel at the heart of both medium and small-scale refining operations across the empire. The Expanse's self-contained refinery system makes it the industry standard for accessible vehicular-based mineral processing. Specifically designed to operate in tandem with mining vehicles like the MISC Prospector, the Expanse enhances any serious mining operations by transforming raw mineral pods into saleable material on the fly. The Musashi Industrial Starflight and Concern Expanse.
I am that guy.
For measurements, the Expanse has length of 35.5 meters, beam of 21 meters, height of 11 meters, and it is a size 2 small ship. Its minimum crew is 1 and its maximum crew is 1. It can carry 64 SCU. That is not 64 open SCU. It is based on ore bags. It has 8 bags that are 8 SCU to equal 64 SCU. So don't be thinking that you're just going to pop any old type of SCU into this thing. The claim time for the Expanse is unknown, but I would say an educated guess on this is close to 9 minutes like the Vulture and the Prospector. Expedited is probably around 3 minutes, and the expedited fee should be above 3,000 credits, but close to it. This is based on ships of a similar size and similar purpose. The Expanse's top speeds are unknown, but looking at ships around its size, I would take a guess it's one of the slowest ships for its size, probably in the bottom 20 of ships in the game, just slightly faster than ships that are twice its size. So to put that in numbers, we're probably talking about 155 to 165 SCM speed and 1000 to 1050 nav max speed. For maneuverability, I would guess it's around the same story as the speed. One of the least maneuverable ships in the game, reaching that bottom 20 in the entire game, and probably closer to the worst for its class. With a bit of Xi'an tech though, I'm gonna say it'll escape the complete bottom of the barrel for maneuverability. For fuel, I will assume it will have decent range. I would say hydrogen capacity would be above average, but only slightly. For quantum stats, the Expanse is, I would say, the range of planetary, meaning you will be able to travel to another planet in the solar system and maybe even in the next solar system one way, but you will need to refuel when you get there, or maybe even once along the way. For weapons, the Expanse, well, the weapons are 2 size 1s. They'll be the standard Bulldog laser repeaters, most likely. Basic defense, but not going to win any fights. If you're engaged and you don't have security escorts, you should be running in this thing anyway, not trying to really put up a fight. For ship parts, the Expanse has 1 small radar, 1 small computer, 2 medium power plants, 2 small coolers, 1 small shield generator, 2 small fuel intakes, 1 small fuel tank, a small quantum drive, a small jump module, and 1 small quantum fuel tank. The hull HP for the Expanse, I'm guessing the armor on this will be pretty light and the base HP will be slightly above average because industrial ships have to at least be decently tough to survive long enough to escape successfully. So I'm thinking somewhere between 18,000 all the way up to like 35,000 if CIG is feeling generous. CIG hasn't been feeling generous lately, so I would guess closer to that lower mark than that higher mark. The shields on the Expanse, I'm thinking, are going to be pretty basic as the hull HP or armor will do most of the work. So I'm guessing industrial grade C coming stock, and we're talking probably 1500 total HP and about 67 HP per second regen rate. My preferred loadout for this will come later once the ship is in game, but for special features and amenities, well, it's a one-person ship, so it should have full living arrangements for one person. A bed, a tiny kitchenette, and a bathroom and shower combo. It's a small ship, so if we're lucky, it will have at least 2 weapon holders, a suit locker, and a storage bin for some small items. The Expanse, being a small refinery ship, of course, will have 6 refinery reactors capable of simultaneously processing minerals, metals, precious stones, and gases into refined materials. The ship comes with 16 cargo pods, but only 8 will be usable at a time, and the other 8 will be compressed above to replace the other 8 when they are removed for emptying or storage. The Expanse also comes with a size 1 tractor beam on the utility mount. Now it's time to rate this ship. A rating I rate from 1 to 10. My 1 is only buy if you have a unique reason that is specific to you or because you like the looks of the ship. My 10 is basically if you have the money, this ship is almost guaranteed to be useful to you in the game. A 1 doesn't mean the ship is useless or ugly, and a 10 doesn't mean that the ship is perfect. Just remember, this is just our rating. Please give us yours in the comments down below. And make sure you say it twice if it's nice, and say it's not if it's not. I don't know a rhyme for that one. Anyway, my rating for this ship overall is a 6. Let's start with what I like about this ship. I mean, it's the only dedicated refinery ship in the entire game, and although it's not the best, this seems like it would be a good moneymaker. I don't think it's going to pull in the same cash as something like the Vulture, but I think it might pull in a bit more than the Prospector, but that remains to be seen. I also like the fact that it's got a lot of storage capacity for its size and comes with extra containers to decrease downtime. I also like the price at $150 as it's not more expensive than it needs to be, but it offers a decent money making opportunity. Like I said, I would be shocked if this doesn't at least make more money than the Prospector or at least the same amount. Now, what are the issues with it and how would I fix it? Well, oddly enough, I think the ship needs to be smaller. If the ship came out today, it would be the largest small ship in the entire game. But chances are they won't change the size. So I'm hoping instead they make it a little bit tougher than other ships its size to make up for the fact that it's this massive ship. Per usual though, on industrial ships, the weapons are basically useless. I wouldn't bother having weapons at all on this thing, making sure you have top of the line components and the fastest quantum drive money can buy so you can escape without much of a fuss. I also think because of how large the ship is, if they are going to keep it that large, it should have a maximum crew of 2 instead of 1 while maintaining its ability to be a solo ship if that is how you choose to use it. It's not too far-fetched to imagine having one person doing the refinery work while the other manages the empty and full cargo containers with that tractor beam, and all it would take is an extra bed and a jump seat to make it all work. I also wouldn't mind seeing either a second tractor beam or a larger size 2 tractor beam. So who is this ship for? Well, it's for people who are interested in refinery gameplay, obviously, but it's also for anyone who owns vehicles or ships capable of mining, salvaging, or fuel capturing. Not only will you save money on the refinery process by doing it yourself, but it will also be faster, and your materials don't have to wait in line behind some other player's materials like they would if you were at a public refinery facility. So why is it a 6? Well, let's start with the fact that refinery gameplay is largely an undeveloped gameplay loop. Here's what we know, and this is a direct quote. First, you'll pull in the refinery sack from the delivery or mining ship with the tractor beam and attach it to the intake socket of your Expanse. Then you'll analyze the materials. Based on the finding, you must decide which refining process you want to use. You'll pick either a predefined method with limited direct interaction or the manual approach, which has you directly interacting with the material through interactions like grinding, melting, dissolving, and more. That's from the Expanse Q&A, and that's pretty much all we know about it. But we have no idea if the loop will be fun, if it will make enough money to justify its cost, or how long the refinery process will take. So its highest possible score would already be a 7 because of the number of unknowns, but it drops a point because of the useless size 1 guns and the fact that it could easily be a 2 crew ship and would make more sense as a 2 crew ship. However, I could imagine this score changing for the better when the ship is finally released if it knocks that type of gameplay loop out of the park. I imagine using this ship as a refinery transportation ship where I own 3 or 4 of these, bringing along a second person to go out and take ore bags from the Arastra and RMC containers from the Reclaimer in my fleet, assuming that this can handle those in some way, and taking them back to an outpost, refining them on the way back, and rinsing and repeating. Outside of that, I could see parking this and having it act as a secondary source of income for people who sell me cheap ore that I refine with the Expanse, make into a usable item with the Pioneer or Galaxy, and then sell in the Banu Merchantman. I know you're here for our rating, but if you really want a ship, go buy it. We won't stop you. Or even better, all ships can be earned in-game once the game releases. And some you can purchase in-game right now. These are just our ratings, but when you spend, it's your money. My opinion, at 150, I would recommend this as a solid advanced starter ship for the more industrial-minded player, but get a few CCUs along the way and you'll be able to get this at less than $120, which is worth it. That being said, I am a believer in the earn down economy of buying the larger ships and earning the smaller ships in game. Not necessarily the largest ship for every particular purpose, but at least one size up from the starter. And this is a starter smaller ship. Although I understand people who bought it cash, that makes it an earning game for me. All right, that is it for this one. Thanks for spending your time with us. Shout out to the members. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.